20 profitable Dutch businesses to set up in your country. Did you know that one of the smallest countries in Europe is also one of the greatest powers in innovation and business in the world? Today I'm going to show you how the Netherlands is a goldmine of business ideas that almost nobody in the Spanish-speaking world knows about and that you can take advantage of. Stay until the end, because I will reveal 20 incredibly profitable Dutch business models that you can copy and start in your country this very week. Many of them with minimal investment and almost no competition. Section 1. The businesses. Business number 1. Biodegradable plastics from trash. We begin with an idea that is revolutionizing sustainability. Imagine turning trash into money, literally. In the Netherlands, where the circular economy is almost an obsession, they have perfected the technique to create biodegradable plastics using organic waste. We're talking about coffee grounds, orange peels, food leftovers from restaurants, material that normally gets thrown away. Companies like the Good Plastic Company are already transforming this type of biomass into biopolymers, with which everything is manufactured, from food packaging to casings for electronic products. The problem it solves is twofold and it's brilliant. On the one hand, you get your raw material at a very low cost, or even free if you partner with cafes, hotels or markets that need to reduce their waste costs. On the other hand, you manufacture a product whose demand does not stop growing: ecological packaging. In Latin America, where environmental awareness is on the rise but options are scarce and expensive, positioning yourself as a local bioplastic producer would give you a brutal competitive advantage. It is a business that is not only profitable but also solves two gigantic problems: waste management and plastic pollution. Business number 2. Coffee and hot soup machines. This business is a Dutch classic that surprises because of its simplicity and very high profitability. In any office, university or public space in the Netherlands, you will find machines that not only offer good coffee, but also hot soups, as if you had a mini restaurant available 24/7. The concept goes beyond the typical snack machine. It's about offering comfort and a light, quick meal. The business model is brilliant. You install the machines at no cost for the host company and you earn money from every sale. The initial investment is the machine, which can go from $2,000 to $7,000, but you can get it second-hand or through leasing to get started. The secret is in the logistics. You create a route to refill the supplies, coffee, milk, soups, cups, and perform maintenance. The margins are very high because you buy everything wholesale. In our countries, where we're used to soda and chips machines, the idea of a hot and comforting soup in the office is a totally underserved niche. Think of hospitals, industrial zones, or universities. It does not require fixed staff. It is easy to scale and generates passive income. Business number 3. Fashion and design with recycled materials, upcycling. The Dutch are masters at seeing value where others only see trash. This concept, known as upcycling or supra-recycling, is at the heart of many design brands. Instead of recycling materials to create lower quality products, they transform them into high-value objects. For example, they use old ship sails to make incredible backpacks, fishing nets to create sneakers, or advertising tarps to manufacture unique bags. To adapt it to your country, the possibilities are endless. Do you live in an area with a textile industry? Partner with factories to use their fabric scraps and create a clothing or accessories line. Are you on the coast? Organize beach cleanups and use the plastic collected to create jewelry or decorative objects. The problem you solve is the need for products with a story and a purpose. You don't just sell a bag, you sell sustainability. This allows you to access a market that pays more for eco-conscious products and that also turns into free advertising every time someone shares your brand story on social media. Business number 4. Network marketing with a sustainable focus. Multi-level marketing often has a bad reputation. However, in the Netherlands, this model has evolved into something much more transparent and focused on high-quality, sustainable products. The idea is so powerful that even foreign companies like the South Korean Atomy have adapted their model with incredible success in the Dutch market. The key? Registration is free, there are no mandatory monthly purchases, and everything is based on the quality of the product, well-being, beauty, home, and its ethical origin. This is a disruptive model for the Hispanic market, accustomed to high sign-up fees and pressure to sell. The value proposition here is more attractive. You join a community for free to consume and recommend products that you really like. The sustainable component is crucial. products with recyclable packaging, organic ingredients, and cruelty-free. Your business would be to create or represent a platform like this, building a genuine community around the brand's values. It is a low-risk entrepreneurial model that empowers many people to generate income without the barriers of traditional multi-level marketing. Business number 5, sustainable urban mobility solutions. The Netherlands is the paradise of sustainable mobility, and not only because of its bike paths. They have created an ecosystem of businesses that revolve around how to move around the city without polluting. Beyond renting bikes, startups have emerged that offer smart electric scooters and subscription services for e-bikes. The problem they solve in the chaotic cities of Latin America is the dependence on cars, traffic, and pollution. The business is not just renting vehicles. The innovation lies in the service. For example, instead of just renting, you can offer a mobility subscription plan that for a monthly fee gives you unlimited access to a fleet of electric bicycles with maintenance and insurance included. Another angle is last mile logistics. You can create a delivery company that uses only electric cargo bikes, offering a faster and more ecological service to restaurants and shops. The trick is not to think about the vehicle, but about the complete service that solves a headache for the citizen. Business number 6, vertical farming in the city. The Netherlands, despite its size, is an agricultural superpower thanks to its technology. One of its most fascinating innovations is vertical farming. Companies like Grooks in Amsterdam have shown that you can grow vegetables and herbs in buildings using systems that use 90% less water. They control everything to produce very high-quality harvests all year round, right in the heart of the city. This model is perfect for large Spanish-speaking cities. Imagine having a farm in a container or in a basement. Your business could be B2B. You become the exclusive supplier of gourmet lettuces, microgreens, and herbs for the best restaurants in your city. You offer them an ultra-fresh product, harvested the same day of delivery and pesticide-free. Proximity eliminates the costs and carbon footprint of transport. You can start with high-value crops such as basil, mint, and microgreens, which have very high margins, and scale from there. Business number 7, community solar energy. The Dutch have a cooperative mentality, and with it they have popularized community solar energy. The problem is that not everyone can or wants to install solar panels on their own roof. The solution is that the neighbors of a neighborhood organize themselves to invest in a larger solar project installed on the roof of a nearby school or warehouse. Then, the energy generated is distributed, reducing everyone's electricity bills. Your business here is to be the organizer of these cooperatives. You take care of everything: finding the location, conducting the studies, managing the permits, supervising the installation, and administering the benefits among the members. Your profit comes from a management fee. This model democratizes access to solar energy, allowing people who live in apartments to benefit. In a world with rising electricity rates, offering a clean, accessible, and collective energy solution is a very powerful business proposition. Business number 8, last mile logistics with cargo bikes. On the streets of Amsterdam, it is common to see fleets of electric cargo bikes, e-cargo bikes, delivering packages. Sustainable logistics companies have replaced polluting vans with these vehicles for last mile delivery. They are faster in traffic, do not emit CO2, and their operating costs are much lower. This business has immense potential in any Latin American city with traffic problems. The model is simple. You offer a B2B delivery service to companies that want to improve their delivery times and project an ecological image. Your clients can be pharmacies, restaurants, clothing stores, or e-commerce platforms. You can start with 2 or 3 e-cargo bikes, which involve an investment of between $3,000 and $8,000 each, and grow from there. The key is technology, a good app to manage orders and optimize routes. It is a business that is not only profitable, but also helps reduce congestion and improve the air quality of your city. Business number 9, education platforms with games, gamification. Learning should be fun, not an obligation. In the Netherlands, educational technology, edtech startups, are revolutionizing learning using game elements, points, levels, badges, competitions. The problem they solve is boredom and lack of motivation in traditional education. This concept has a direct and very necessary application in the Hispanic market. You could create an app for children to learn mathematics through space adventures, or a platform that turns boring corporate safety training into a detective game. Your business model could be by subscription for users or by selling licenses to schools and companies. Content is king, so you need to collaborate with educators and game designers, but starting with a niche such as financial education for teenagers can be a gateway to a huge market. Business number 10, digital mental health services. Dutch society places a lot of emphasis on work-life balance, and mental health is a priority. This has driven a huge digital wellness sector, meditation apps, platforms that connect users with online therapists, and corporate wellness programs. The problem they solve is the lack of access to mental health services that are affordable, discreet, and without stigma. In many Hispanic countries, this access is limited and expensive. This is where a digital platform can break down barriers. Your business could be a subscription app that offers a mental gym with meditations, exercises, and courses, or a marketplace that connects psychologists and coaches with patients through video calls. The pandemic accelerated the acceptance of telemedicine, and the demand for support for mental health is higher than ever. It is a business with a huge purpose. One moment. We are already halfway through the list, and I hope your mind is exploding with ideas. If all this value is seeming interesting to you and you don't want to miss the second half with some of the most powerful ideas, this is the perfect moment to click the subscribe button and activate the little bell. That way you won't miss any of our future videos about how to create profitable businesses. Let's continue. Business number 11. Eco-friendly cleaning products in bulk, refill. In Dutch organic supermarkets, there are refill stations for cleaning products. The idea is simple but revolutionary. Instead of buying a new plastic bottle each time, you bring your container and refill it. The problem it solves is the enormous amount of single-use plastic we generate. This model is ecological because it reduces waste, economical because the customer pays only for the product, not for the packaging, and it creates community. To implement it, you could start by producing a small line of basic products, multi-purpose cleaner, dish soap, and detergent with simple formulas. Your business model would be B2B. You would sell your products in large drums to grocery stores, organic markets, and zero-waste shops. Your brand would be built on the idea that cleaning your home doesn't have to dirty the planet. Business number 12. Circular economy consulting for companies. With the goal of being 100% circular by 2050, in the Netherlands, an industry of circular economy consulting has emerged. They are sustainability doctors for other companies. They analyze a business's operation and design a strategy for it to be more circular, using recycled materials, redesigning products so they can be repaired, or creating return systems. This is a high-value business that you can start with little capital if you have the knowledge. The market in Latin America is virgin. Companies feel the pressure to be more sustainable, but don't know where to start. Your consultancy could offer a circularity diagnosis, where you evaluate a company and deliver a report with opportunities and savings. It is a knowledge-based business that helps other companies be more profitable and responsible. Business number 13. Crowdfunding for sustainable projects. Crowdfunding is not new, but in the Netherlands they gave it a twist. Platforms specialized exclusively in financing projects with positive social or environmental impact. Instead of being an anything goes, they only accept projects such as installing solar panels in a school or launching an ethical fashion brand. The problem they solve is connecting purpose-driven entrepreneurs with investors who seek not only a financial return, but also a return on impact. You could launch the first crowdfunding platform in your country dedicated 100% to sustainability. You would be the bridge between green entrepreneurs and citizens who want to support these initiatives. Your business model would be to charge a commission, generally 5%, on the funds raised. Your key job is to build trust, verifying each project and creating content that keeps the community engaged. Business number 14. Smart recycling of electronics, e-waste. Every year we generate tons of electronic waste. In the Netherlands, sophisticated companies manage this e-waste with a hierarchy of value. First, they try to repair the devices to resell them. Second, if they cannot be repaired, they dismantle the devices to recover components and sell them as spare parts. And only as a last resort do they process the remaining parts to extract valuable raw materials. In our countries where e-waste ends up in landfills, there is a gigantic opportunity. You can start by specializing in smartphones. Your business would have several sources of income: charging companies to remove their equipment, selling the repaired devices, selling spare parts to local workshops, and finally selling the recovered metals. The smart component lies in traceability. Using software to register each device gives you enormous credibility. Business number 15, digital barter platforms. The saving mentality of the Dutch has driven apps and websites dedicated to barter. Platforms where you exchange clothes, books, or even services. I design a logo in exchange for English classes. It is the old barter system, but on a large scale, fostering community and reducing consumption. This business model is low cost and can go viral. You could launch a barter app focused on your city or on a niche, such as Circular Closet to exchange clothes or Skill Swap for freelance professionals. Your monetization model could be freemium, a basic free version and a premium one with more features, or charging for complementary services such as messaging for delivering products. It is a business that capitalizes on people's desire to save money and connect with others. Business number 16. Design and installation of green roofs and walls. Walking through Dutch cities is seeing green everywhere. Roofs covered with plants, entire walls that are vertical gardens, and even bus stops with vegetation. It is not just decoration, it is a strategy to improve air quality, reduce heat, and manage rainwater. This is a specialized landscaping service with growing demand in the real estate and corporate sectors. Your company would offer a comprehensive service: design, installation, and most importantly, maintenance. The latter is your recurring income through monthly contracts to ensure that the gardens remain healthy. Your clients can be shopping malls, companies, or hotels. You can start with small projects, such as a vertical garden in a restaurant, and build your portfolio to aim for larger projects. Business number 17, sustainable and niche co-working spaces. The demand for co-working spaces does not stop growing. But in the Netherlands, the concept has evolved beyond a desk and Wi-Fi. Niche spaces with a strong focus on sustainability have emerged. A co-working space that runs on solar energy with recycled furniture and yoga classes. Others are specialized, spaces only for designers or only for impact entrepreneurs. In the Hispanic market, full of generic co-workings, specialization is the key. Instead of competing on price, you compete on value and community. You could create a green co-working or a co-working for creators with a podcast recording studio. The business model is the usual one: memberships, room rentals, but your marketing focuses on the tribe you are building. You are not selling space, you are selling belonging. Business number 18, technology consulting for SMEs. The Netherlands leads in the adoption of technologies such as artificial intelligence, AI, and the Internet of Things, IoT. They have consultancies that help traditional companies, a factory, a farm, implement these technologies to be more efficient. The problem is that in Latin America, the digital gap between startups and traditional SMEs is enormous. That is where your opportunity lies. Your business would be to be a translator of technology. You do not need to be a programmer, but you do need to understand how technology can solve real problems. You meet with the owner of an SME, understand their bottlenecks, e.g., I lose a lot of time on inventory, and propose an affordable solution. You find the provider, supervise implementation, and train the staff. You become the external technology director for dozens of companies that could never hire one. Business number 19, financial education for young people with apps. In the Netherlands, financial education starts early. Startups have emerged that create apps and games to teach children and teenagers about money, how to budget, save, and invest in a fun way. The problem is that in our countries, financial education is almost non-existent, which leads to a lot of indebtedness in adults. Creating a solution for this is a business with a huge purpose. Your product could be an app that gamifies finances for teenagers. You give them a virtual salary, and they make decisions about spending, saving, and investing. The business model could be a subscription paid by parents or selling licenses to private schools. It is a business that addresses a critical need and helps form a generation of financially responsible adults. Business number 20, hyperlocal experience tourism. Tourism in the Netherlands is shifting toward authentic and sustainable experiences. Companies that offer bike tours, cooking workshops on organic farms, or plastic fishing in the canals, where tourists help clean up. The idea is to connect the traveler with the local culture in a way that leaves a positive impact. This approach is a goldmine for Latin America, often dominated by massive tours. Instead of competing with big agencies, you differentiate yourself by offering unique experiences. Your business would be a curation of hyper-local experiences. A day as a coffee grower in Colombia, a craft mezcal route in Oaxaca, or Amazonian cuisine in Peru. You handle marketing and bookings and partner with local hosts. You are not selling a tour. You are selling a story and a human connection. There you have them, 20 profitable and innovative business ideas, tested in one of the most competitive markets in the world. As you have seen, the Dutch entrepreneurial spirit is not about inventing the wheel, but about taking an idea and making it more efficient, more sustainable, and more human. The most powerful thing about these ideas is not just the final product, but the growth path they allow. You do not need a large capital to start. A single idea, a small plan, and the desire to work are enough. The biggest mistake you can make now is simply to close this video and do nothing. The second is trying to do all 20 ideas at once. Choose one. The one you are most passionate about. The one that solves a problem that you yourself see in your city. Research it, make a simple plan, and take the first step today. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 20 ideas did you find most interesting, or which do you think has the most potential in your country? I'll read you in the comments. And remember, subscribe to the channel, activate the little bell, and join me on this journey, because every week you will discover new real opportunities to change your life and undertake in a big way.